smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Miley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake while she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake while she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man. She won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place in Smiley's table, watch the clock. It takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you. Oh, the friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring her kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear.
Well, hello. Hello, everybody. I am so glad to see you again tonight. Actually, I thought it was going to be still Friday night, and I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I had just got an email about something. I was like, whoa. But anyway, so I forgot where I was at, and I looked up and it was 0 time left. So that was that. But it is past midnight and it's no longer Friday, but it is Saturday and it is still good. I reckon. It's no longer Friday. Shut my phone up there. Shut my phone. Okay. So it is actually April 19th, 2025. Thank you for all being here. Hello, Not Crazy by Crazy Lady and beautiful Millie. And Millie, I know you have a headache, so if you do nod off or you don't feel good, I understand. Thank you, ma'am. You do what you please, honey. You the boss. You the boss. Black Skies, hello, welcome, welcome. And let's see who else we got here. Dee. And let me see here. Christy Smith and Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Yo, yo. What's up? German Shepherd Mom. Hello, hello. MCE. Hello. Hello. True Crime. Love R. Marley. Hello, hello. Love you, love you. Deanna. Hello. Christy Smith. Yeah, I like to trade up sometimes. Usually I'm more of an evening person. Not too late, not too early. But I come on this morning and then now here I am. I couldn't sleep. So there you have it. Retha Bell, hello, hello. But that way you all get some of me. Not that you want me, but I'm just saying. Susie Little, hello, hello. Always for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. That's right, Sebastian Strong. Susan Kemp, hello. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you for being here. Christy Smith, love you. Nice Marie, hello. God bless you and happy Easter. Moonflower and Medicine Man, hello, hello. Susie Little, hello, hello, hello. Love you all. Baby kisses. I am up late. This old woman ain't falling asleep tonight. I don't know why. Baby kisses. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for the super sticker. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see what else we got going on here. Jen in Georgia. Hello, hello. Let's see here. Baby kisses. Melissa with an S. One S. Melissa with one S. Mariner girl. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Everybody is here. So much going out on these streets tonight, I'm sure. Sharon, but you all here. Nice. Nice. Lady for Justice. You been crocheting? Whoa. Hope you're making something pretty. Hippie Grandma. Hello, hello. Eva, my friend. Hello. H. Davis. Hello, hello. Love you there. Love you. Holly S. Love you too. And Peggy. I think I'm down at the bottom. Woo, woo. Join this crazy smiley squad over here. Here we go. Here we go. So how's everybody doing tonight or this morning or whatever day it is? All I know is I got my coffee in my hand. Peggy, hello, hello. Welcome. Goodness gracious. So how's everybody doing? These streets are still burning up and on fire, ain't they? Kiki, hello. Kiki 2025 True Crime. Good to see you. You're up late tonight too. Couldn't sleep. Could not sleep. You know, these streets are wacko tonight. Wacko. You know, I don't even know what is going on anymore. I don't know what's going on anymore. Woo! Retha said, Holly, she promises she's not stalking. She promises she's not stalking. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. Renee Brown, hello, hello. Hello to you. Hello to you. So, what is going on? What's going on these streets? Have y'all been watching this mess? I've been seeing some of these people on 2, 3, 4, and 5 hours today. I've been slipping a little bit of ear and eye here and there. You go to the best creators, huh? Well, you're here, so thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. So, gosh, I guess people are just not going to leave well enough alone. Let me just start out with that. I got an email before I came on. Let me just address the ugly first. H. Davis said I'll be all over the streets. DC prime time. Hey. And Renee said, let's see. No, that wasn't Renee. Let's see. Who was that? What I'm wondering. Oh, yeah. Renee did say it. That's what I'm wondering. I had to take a break from the mess. I got so mad. I know, right? And people can't just be happy with what they got, man. They can't. You can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. So, all right, let me just start here because let me just get a drink. Hold on. Too bad I don't drink because I'll be having something strong in this damn coffee right here, right now. Well, I got an email and I sent the email back and I was like, just F that bitch. I mean, this is just crazy. Then the more I thought about it, I had heard it over on another live tonight. And I'm like, let me just go ahead and address this shit. Let me just address it. Because this is getting out of hand. It really is getting out of hand. And since it is past this old woman's bedtime, let me just go ahead and get this out. We got so many damn flip-floppers around here, it's not even funny. It's like you got the damn fish out of the water and they can't breathe and they're just flopping up and down. Don't even know which way to go. Just flop, 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 flop. I can't even say on here what I want to say about the fish flopping, because if I do, people's going to take that and run with it and say, I smell like threat. Oh my God. And I'm talking about a poor little fish, you know. Oh my God, I can't even. I can't. It's just stupid. Stupid. But see, we got a special flip-flopper that needs some damn Prozac. Let me just tell you that. Needs some damn Prozac or some Happy Blue pills or something. I don't know what it is. But tonight I was in the bushes. I usually stay in the bushes when I watch Brittany. No offense or nothing. Sometimes I'm doing things, she comes on at all different hours and I stay in the bushes. Sometimes I just mind my own business. I just be listening. Okay. And right in the middle of it, because there's been some shenanigans going on all day with Miss Prozac lady over there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. Well, anyway, she says once she gets all this information, she's been hollering it for 2 days, 2 damn days. She lies, because I know she lied on me. But she says once she gets all this information out on Tony and everybody, she feels in her head that she needs to get this information, whatever this information is, out, that she's going to go away because she can't take it no more. Something to that level. So we're all sitting here waiting on this big boom. Not really, not me. But as I was sitting in the bushes, I hear obviously something needs to come out before the hate channels get it, because there's this big boom fixing to come out, evidently. So we got our ears glued to the trees and the bushes. What in the hell's coming out now? What's fixing to happen? Right? We're all horrified because everybody is kikiing it up and laughing it up and thinking, good God, this is the weekend. They done won everything. They're just relishing in everything, right? Nobody's thinking it's such a big deal, but we're thinking it's this big boom bombshell that's coming out, right? So they tell Brittany to play it on her channel, and we're listening. Something Crime Time Buzz played. Tony gave permission. And then all of a sudden, it's this bombshell that she puts out that Tony, well, it first come out that he had filed bankruptcy years ago, which we all knew that, okay? That wasn't the bombshell, though. The bombshell was he had to file bankruptcy with his wife because, you see, him and his wife filed bankruptcy because they lost a child. Somehow, she makes it her business that she's going to put that out on YouTube because that's supposed to make a goddamn difference. Or it's supposed to make a freaking difference. Well, first of all, last I looked, every fucking day, somebody, businesses, people, individuals, couples are filing bankruptcy in the United States. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody. It's not a crime. It's not against the law. There's laws in places for that. There's many different reasons people file bankruptcies. But then, number two, you're going to use a child, and it's none of my business. I don't know why, what age, how, when, where. It don't matter. Nobody should be having to defend losing a child. I lost one too, and I don't take too fucking kind to that shit. The circumstances don't make a difference. I think I went over a live yesterday that said things given to you can be taken away just as quick, if not quicker, than they are given to you. That means people, places, and things, especially money. And I didn't even know any of this stuff. Oh, you're right about that, Kiki. You're right. I got an email, not from them, but it's just, I got an email that, well, I had saw she was still on, but I couldn't even stand to watch it because I usually don't go over there, but she's been, I don't know, in the last, couple of weeks, really going off. So I'll peek in. But today was really off the charts. I seen she was back on earlier, whining and crying and whining and crying. I got out of the bushes. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Then I got this email that said how bad it really was right before I come live. That's why I was late. But I was told she's put all these things together. Let me see how this email says. She's put all these things together now, and she says there's a lot more, and she's putting them together, and she's putting them out there, and she said that Tony lies and steals, and everyone in his town hates him, and she says he's using his child's passing away as a bullshit excuse. She's going, and this person said she's going overboard. This is fucking nuts, or she's fucking nuts. I hope Tony sees this and does something. I write back, and I said, I hate people like this. I hope she gets whatever she deserves. No, that's not a threat, bitch. But I said, I hope she gets what she deserves. My God, no compassion. And she don't give a damn about any kids, in my opinion. Fuck her. That's what I said. You don't even have to see my email. That's what I said. But then I got to thinking about it. All she wants, you're right, she just wants attention, 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 attention. How are you going to claim that you give a damn about any children, period, when you're talking about somebody's child that has passed away under whatever circumstances? And then you're going to say, oh, I'm not in this for the true crime. I just come over here from TikTok because XYZ and da. Then get your ass back over at TikTok. How about that? I don't care if y'all hate me, and I don't care if I lose subs. I could care less. Holly S. says Tony is dangerous and Seth might be too. Holly, I can't believe you're saying that. But even if they were, Holly, even if they were, oh, that's what she said? Okay, so, but even if they were, it's not her business to be dragging around children that passed away. If she thinks this is something she needs to keep behind the scenes instead of distractions once again on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. She's the one that seems to be unstable. That's my opinion, my free speech. Yeah, and no scruples. Exactly, German Shepherd Mom. She said, I lost my daughter 5 years ago. Hold on a minute. She said, I lost my daughter 5 years ago, and I would tear this world apart if someone disrespected my deceased daughter. Exactly. Now, how would she feel if, God forbid, and I hope it never does, happened to one of their boys and somebody did this to her online? It's not right. We're over here trying to find or put out information on Sebastian, talk about Sebastian. He is a victim and he is missing. And she's inserting her ass in somewhere it don't belong. She's right. She only came here, 4 months ago from TikTok. If she wants to do autism, fine. Do it. She has no reason to go around digging in everyone's past and inserting herself into all this bullshit and distracting, and then talking about a fucking bankruptcy that don't have a damn thing to do with the hill of fucking beans, and calling for Seth Rogers' arrest, and because I heard that today, and talking about someone who's lost a child. And it's none of her business or nobody else who Seth wants to work with or does not. Period. And again, I don't give a damn who likes me or don't. I don't care. And I will say this again. I will say this one more time, Julie. I know for a fact you're a liar. Yes, I'm calling you a liar because when you lied on me, that said it all. Because first of all, when all that went down that day and everybody still, I heard Granny, everybody wanted to know what that was about. Nobody else was on live that day. I passed you once. I never come into your lives. I passed you up once when I saw you on live. I come back through there again. I had no idea Justin was in there or anybody else for that matter. When I come back through there again, you had Brandon Carter on there. I'm like, what in the hell is she talking about Brandon? Not mad because you were talking about him, but seeing what the hell was going on with the damn cop that was on this case 24/7. So I did stop back and listen. And when I did, you were going off on Justin. I didn't know he was in there. And you were going off on this one, and you were doing this, and you were doing that. And I told you you were wrong. As usual, and to prove my point the last couple of weeks, you have been wrong, Miss Flip-Flopper, about everything. And a liar on top of it. And that's a fact. Then I told you to drop me a link. Your people, your mods, and your people. When you were telling Justin, he went to go get all of his people or pearls or whatever in the hell you were saying, told me, because I guess they saw I had a wrench. I didn't even realize I had a wrench. Was telling me to get all the trolls out of there. Go back through it. And I said, because I'll take accountability. I said, I'm not getting a damn person out of there. I looked down and I had a wrench and was mad as hell. I said, who gave me the wrench? Take the wrench away. I don't want no wrench in there. Take the wrench away. I didn't come here for no wrench. I came here to get up there on panel. I said, matter of fact, I'm going to cuss your ass out. That's what I said. That got your attention, though. You saw me then, didn't you? because that's when you blocked me. That's when I went and fired up my live. But I was woman enough to take that live down. No, it's not gone, bitch, because I thought I would get in trouble. I still got that live. Smiley don't delete nothing. Never have, never will. Smiley has everything she's ever done. Let's get that straight. But I've wasted enough of my breath on you. Shame on you. Shame on you, Julie, for talking about a man and a woman who lost a child and who's on here trying to do whatever or feel their need or whatever they're doing to do nothing but good in their eyes anyway, and in Seth's eyes anyway, to help find a missing child, whether it be Caleb, whether it was Caleb, whether it is Sebastian, or whether it be the next person. Shame on you, Julie. I just hope one thing, and I'm not yelling at you. I am not threatening you. I am not doing anything, Julie. But you should be ashamed of yourself. And I hope that you are woman enough to stick with your word. And I hope that you're not like these. I already know you're a flip-flopper, but I hope that you're not like these other people who say, oh, I'm going to leave YouTube and I'm not. I hope you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And I hope whenever it is, because I'm sure Tony don't give a damn what you pull out about him or anybody else. But I hope when you get finished in your mind with whatever it is you think you're doing, when you do it, I do hope you really pack up your bags and you leave YouTube. Because nobody else is going anywhere, honey. Now, I'm done with you. I spent 33 minutes on you, and I'm done. I'm just done. Okay? I'm done. You're not even worth my time. I come on here tonight to talk about Sebastian, and here you are derailing everything again. I'm just done. Y'all, some people just ain't worth talking about. They're just not. Hey, Nana. Hello, Nana. Love you. You're up late. That's what I miss about coming on late. I don't get to see you much. Yeah, I just can't believe she wanted to talk about that. About a damn bankruptcy and then tag on what happened. That's sad. I'm sorry Tony had to go through that. I am sorry that anybody would have to go through that. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care. It's wrong. And the things that these people are doing are absolutely wrong. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's very personal. That's a very personal matter right there. And what did he do to her? Or what did his wife do to her? You know, they don't know her. That's ridiculous. It's about like somebody else I'm very, 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 very disappointed in. I'm sorry. I saw a post that said, oh, telling the other team or whatever, oh, well, you need to go after all of Tony's assets. He works for this company, and him and his wife own this house or own this. Well, let me just say something about this. You know, to hurt somebody and their family like that is just, it's not right. And people that's not even involved in the RICO and stuff like that to even come out and post and say something like that is really, I mean, it's wrong. It just shows who you are. It really does. And first of all, what you got to think about is this. You got to think about, if you did do something like that, you're not just hurting that person, you're hurting their family, their children, innocent children, innocent grandchildren, their future, and whatever. Now, I know y'all don't give a damn about these kids because all I see is that y'all give a damn about greed and money and all that. But maybe it's time that y'all start thinking about the real things in the real world and the things that's real important, because you really could be in these shoes one day. And you really could have your own kids and your own grandkids and your own situations to think about one day. So you really need to think about that stuff instead of agging shit on. That's all I got to say. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Happy Easter, Nana. Now, I want to go over first. I want to go over this channel with y'all. Whew. I want to go over this channel with y'all. It's called Cliff Notes. And I want the credit to go. It's full credit to Cliff Notes. And I want to go over this. And I want the channel dropped. It's a new channel, evidently. Thank you, Jen and Georgia, for your support and being a member for 4 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. There's nobody perfect. Nobody. We all have problems. Every one of us has problems. Exactly. There you go. She didn't like it when people talked about her, and she thinks she's advertising Seth and Tony. Exactly. Exactly. Do better, people. Do better. We all have a history. We were all born sinners. Every one of us. There's not a one of us that's a damn saint. Not me, not you, not nobody. You know? And it amazes me, these damn flip-floppers. And it don't matter. It don't matter whose side you're on. Nanny, you are perfect. You are perfect. We ain't talking about you, honey. You are perfect. You're perfect in my eyes. With the exception of you. With the exception of you. Absolutely. So I want to go over this channel. It's called Cliff Notes, and I just found it. The credit goes to them for fair use, for teaching, preaching, and learning skills. I'm just kidding. But seriously, for fair use under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, for criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And remember, this is for educational purposes only. My thoughts, my opinions only, right? So let's see. Let's go now. I'll put their thing in the link in just a second. Let's see here. I hope this is the one. Yep, here it is. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get the sound. Hold on.
So who raised you?
My aunt and uncle.
Oh, wait.
And what are their names?
Linda and Todd Stern.
And did you think of them as your
Oh
parents?
my God.
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
Called them Mom.
I always do that shit. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Oh my God. Hold on a minute. Shit. That is not what I want. Hold on a minute. Why is this on here? Why is this not showing? All right. Why is this not showing right? Hold on a minute. Shit. All right. Something's wrong. I got to go. Hold on a minute. I'm going to play this other one first. I got to find the right one. I think I hit the wrong link. Hold on a minute. We're going to play, hindsights first. We're going to do that one first. Hold on. Sorry, y'all.
As far as the leaked audio, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys about what I know about that. Chloe and I both had withheld that from Seth because we just, like I've said before, we felt like it was just going to cause more problems. And that's not something I usually do with my clients because I don't feel good about withholding anything from my clients. And frankly, if I give my client something and they want to leak it to the world, they can do that. That's their prerogative. But in this particular case, because of how hostile it's been and whatnot, Chloe and I both felt like it was best to not share any of the audios. And I had several audios with Chris. The people didn't hear, I got a lot of criticism, like I didn't stand up for Chloe enough and whatever. Like I had worked really hard to get in good graces with Chris and Katie. Well, I talked to Seth the other day. Okay. And I mean, and I tell him, he wasn't happy with me about, talking about what happened with the audio. Okay. Because I just put it out there and that's something that he doesn't, I discussed that he had sent it to Nina for the court hearing.
Person did you give it to? Who was the first person you gave it to?
I sent it to Tracy, my partner. Sent it to Tracy. I sent it to another PI that is an associate of mine, and I know he didn't see it anywhere.
So Tracy was the first person.
Yeah,
and then another guy.
Trusted people, and I'm like, hey, what do you help me out with this? Like, what do you feel about this?
So how many people did you send it to originally, sweetheart?
I believe 5.
5, and you trusted all 5 of those people.
And I still do. Yeah.
Do you?
Okay. Now, you know, I mean, I sent it to Chloe, of course, and Chloe and her associate, her colleague, whatever you want to call him. She was busy. Yeah, she was busy. So she asked me to send it to him, and he would listen to it, and then he would send it to her.
So you sent a recording to them by what? Video text, or how did you do that?
No, I think it was email.
An email. So we've got 5 people you sent it to. So would Chloe's associate be 6?
Nah, that was part of the 5.
I mean, but you said she had somebody.
No wonder Seth fired everybody.
Part of the 5. That was part of
That's
the
a part of 5. I got you. Did you send it to Seth?
No, but I did have to go back because, you know, that was a question, you know, hey, did you send this to Seth? That was Chloe asked me if I sent it to Seth. And I said, I don't think I did, but I'm going to have to go back and look.
The state is moving at a rapid pace in its case against Lori Vallow Daybell. Nearly 20 witnesses.
To me, I think every time that they turned around, every time that they turned around, they were either talking to Chris or talking to somebody else. But no wonder, in my opinion, that Seth was firing everybody. And that was the private investigators that Seth hired. They were trying to play both sides of the fence, in my opinion. I don't think that was right. And I just say, well, you know, I just think that was bullshit. I just want to show y'all that. Hold on a minute, because I got this up now. I think I had the wrong link a while ago. I apologize for that. Let me put up Cliff Notes, because this belongs to Cliff Notes. And I want y'all to see this. My God, if something is wrong with this damn thing, hold on a minute.
What is it? Oh my God.
We don't. I think we want to know, maybe.
Someone taped it on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen before.
I think it's something wrong with the damn. Y'all, I swear I watched this. I think something's wrong with the damn thing. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get it on my phone. I don't know what in the hell is going on here. Jesus Christ. Something is crazy here. I want y'all to see this. Why is it doing that? I've been having problems with this shit all day. Hold on. All right, let me try it like this. Okay.
I wonder if they had, the unbelievable stuff that, a company, coworker shouldn't know that about your grandson. You shouldn't be talking about your grandson like that, did he?
Yeah. That's awful. And
Hold on. I think something's wrong with her damn video.
Or Sebastian. We had an encounter the other day, going past the Proudfoot's home, and there was a strange car in the driveway that was pulling out. And then this car chased me around the neighborhood, was stalking my movements, until I actually drove up, and the car went around me, and an individual got out and started taking pictures of me and my license plate. I want to show you this encounter, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
Now this one is JLR. This is when they were Terry Bauer socks, and Kathy was following him. This is broke up in different tapes.
Where's Sebastian? Do you know? Good afternoon. JLR Investigates. We're out here covering the case of missing Sebastian. Do you know where Sebastian is? Hello, sir. I know that you just came out of the Proudfoot's home.
Hold on. Joanne, I know that to be false. What I do know is this, Joanne. I know for a fact that when Julie come on the scene, I know that I unfortunately promoted her dumbass. That I regret. She is an evil person just from what she's doing right now. Something she has no fucking business doing at all. It pertains to nothing that has to do with Sebastian or anything that anybody gives a shit about. Okay? None of that. We don't give a damn about people's bills and bankruptcies. And if they lost a son or a daughter, that's none of our business and none of your business. Okay? But what she's sitting over there doing, that kind of stuff we give a shit about. So I regret ever, well, not using my own judgment and listening to somebody that said I should go listen to her in the first place, and then me promoting her like I usually promote a lot of people. You got something else to say, Joanne? Because I'm trying to do something here. You got something else to say? Because I think what you should do is get your ass back over there to the flip-flopper that is, I don't know if she's over there whining and crying now, or she's had her little blue pill, or, you know, her green pill, or whatever she's doing now. Tomorrow it will be something different. But this chat is obviously not the chat for you. Right now, I'm trying to speak about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, a victim here, which nobody in cray-cray land seems to give a fuck about. But we do here. We're trying to do something here. Oh, she's in the... Did you put her in the cremation box? Jesus Lord. Okay. Let me try this one more time because I wish y'all could see this video. I don't understand why it's not coming up on my computer like this. absolutely will not. See, that's weird. When I send it to my computer, it comes up as a whole different link, and I don't understand that, but I don't know. Okay, so anyway. All right, let's carry on.
Do you know where Sebastian is? All right, so we got some car chasing me. I'm on a public road.
Okay, so here's another thing. JLR gets out. I'm just going to make this point. So JLR is on the road on Stafford Court. You know, he feels like they're following him. He feels like they're following him. He gets out and, you know, he pulls out of that street and gets out. Same thing with Betty. What's his name is following her on somewhere totally public. And she asks him what he's doing, but yet she winds up with a damn restraining order from all four of them. That makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. Just saying. Just saying. He's fixing to bring another one. Hold on. This is when Betty, matter of fact, is talking to the cop. And she's showing her in the back of the car, talking to the cop. And Terry Bowersox is riding past. While she's talking to the cop, he's still going back and forth past her. That ought to be kicked out of court just for that right there. It's like he's just intimidating her. I know, Millie.
Disgusting and nasty and horrible and evil they are. You know who is causing all the threats in this community for people searching? Chris and Katie Proudfoots and their cohorts. That, my friend, is who is threatening the people of this community that come in. They threatened me. They threatened me. Oh, Terry Bowersox. Oh, you wanna come around here? Oh, look at who it is. It's Terry Bowersox. Look who just pulled up in the same QX80. Coming up, taking my tag plate. Let's turn around on his tag plate. Terry Bowersox. Terry Bowersox, right there. So you want to know who's harassing who out here? The proof is in the pudding. Why are you taking my license plate? Why are you filming me? Because you came by me, Mr. Bowersox. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
He said, yes, ma'am.
Why are you harassing me and following me? Why are you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business? How can I be following you? You just were in the plaza. You've been following me, sir. You guys have been harassing me and
He said, prove it. Now we're going to Nina Gomez, the ex-wife.
My baby. Like, why is this happening to me? So I go to Kathy's house, and I knock on the door. And I remember
I do too, Mohawk's mom.
Stepmom Linda on the phone with me. She was on speakerphone. I told her what was going on. Little did I know everybody was in on this. And Terry answered the door, which is Chris's stepfather. And he told me that I need to get off of his fucking property. And here's little Noah, who's 3 years old, and my Isabel is 7. And they're standing behind me. And I said, please tell me what's going on. I said, where's Dave? I said, please give me my baby. And he told me to get off my fucking property. And he took out a green and black baseball bat.
Took out a baseball bat. Run for kids.
And he told me to fucking leave or he's gonna bash me and my kids' heads.
Told her to leave or he's going to bash her and her kids' heads in. Terry. Now, this is the letter.
What I am about to share with you now shocked me to my core. I felt sick reading it. Chris Proudfoot's ex-wife and mother of his daughter, Faith, has another daughter. This daughter is now grown up and wants to share her experience with the Bowersocks, in particular Kathy. It is absolutely shocking, and I can't imagine how traumatizing this situation was. Her post is quite long and detailed, with a picture shown at the end to prove that it's her. It reads, "Hi, Kathy. It's me, the little girl you thought was going to be little forever. Well, now I'm older and have a voice that needs to be heard, and it will be heard in court one day. You want proof? I am the proof. I've been glancing at a lot of hate comments about my mother, and I don't get involved. But my voice needs to be heard. My mother is not sitting here playing the victim card like you making it seem. But she is probably more concerned about Sebastian's disappearance than you are. By the way, about the whole proof thing, the proof you're wanting is right here. I remember everything like it was yesterday. A couple days before I got sick, you came and picked up my little sister to watch her. I remember being sick in the hospital bed and your daughter was sitting with me while my mother went to get clothes because I had to stay in the hospital. You were on the call with your daughter and you told me you loved me and hope I get better, but this whole time you knew what you and your family were plotting on doing to our family, destroying us, giving us trauma that we have to live with for the rest of our lives. I remember when I got out of the hospital, I was making food for me and my brother, then we have a knock on the door. It was a lady with paperwork, and all I heard was my mom crying. I ran out of my room, and she was sitting on the floor, crying. Me and my brother were trying to comfort her. Then we got in the car and went to your house. Your husband cracked open the door and was yelling at my mom. My mom was crying and very frantic because she wanted her daughter back. Then I remember seeing a green and black baseball bat being held up to my mom. Me and my brother were just screaming because we didn't want to see my mom get hurt. For the next couple of days, my mom wasn't herself. She was so depressed. I didn't know what was going on until I overheard the conversation she was having with my grandparents that were in New Mexico.
That's sad. This one next is Sweetie Palo and Donna Serafina.
To note. Okay, so anyways, so Kathy Bowersox comes out to California with her brother, and they lure Nina back to Tennessee, where they promptly take her baby from her, attempt to steal her. Are they a violent family? Well, I don't know. She went over to the family and said, please don't take my baby. And she says that Terry Bowersox, this guy with a fucked up tooth, excuse me, sorry, said he believed, pulled out a baseball bat in front of her 3-year-old and 7-year-old and was going to smash their heads in if they didn't get off his property. So he is extremely violent. Is he violent? His co-worker, Terry Bowersox's co-worker, says he believes Terry Bowersox is part of this and totally of the personality that would do something like this. Yep. Does the family, is the whole family violent? When a judge, after months of putting Nina through hell, told the family they have to give back Nina's baby, when she went for the exchange, the sister of Chris Proudfoot told Nina to run over Nina with his truck during the baby exchange.
And that sister, let me say, that sister is Melissa, Chris Proudfoot's sister.
The one in the purple hair in court.
Something I put up on the internet was when I saw Sebastian taken to a house and he was still alive at that time. Okay. There was a female there. I didn't know if it was the sister or the mother, but there was a female. And then she left. And then there was a couple men there. So,
yeah.
Their whole family, not according to me making accusations, but by the testimony of Seth Rogers, right, of saying that Sebastian was afraid of Chris Proudfoot, of the factual,
You too, Tracy.
verifiable information that CPS wanted to interview Sebastian related to the custody suit of the baby that this horrible, horrible person, Kathy Bowersox, what a fraud. How dare she walk into a church? How dare she use a church to
Still a baby.
business?
Right? How can you kill a baby? And hey, the baby was still breastfeeding at this point. She rips the baby from its milk source. It's mommy. You don't get lower.
Pure evil. This entire family is pure evil. And they're pure evil. And how does murder look on the face? Did you see Chris Proudfoot in court the other day when they're trying to terrorize after Terry Bowersox jumps out of his car a bunch of times and harasses Bullhorn Betty for trying to put up signs and look for the kid. Then they file a restraining order against her. I mean, come on. And Chris Proudfoot, his face looks like
Sweetie
crap.
Palo and Donna Serafina.
Beating the guilt out of himself? Yeah, I mean, he's being eaten alive. Was that fun, Chris? Was it worth it? Because the world knows what you did.
Something hinky's going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then she says Nina says when she ran into the police station, it seemed that all the police knew the family and they weren't helping her. And then they said, go in this room, and they flipped the lights off to traumatize her. And then when she got outside, the whole family, she said, multiple cars of their family were following her and her father, and they were going 80 to 90 miles an hour up the freeway trying to get away from these people. So the sister, Chris Proudfoot, I don't know who else, Bowersox, or whoever these people are, the guys, whoever, were chasing them with the baby in the car. I mean, that shows they don't even care about the baby anyway. Right? They care about being vindictive. You know what? Nina said they threw the baby at her. They threw it at her. She caught the baby. And then they chased her at 80
That's Donna Serafina.
And Chris Proudfoot's sister says, why didn't you just put it in reverse and roll over her? So literally evil, and they all work together on these manipulative, these deep plots. And there we have
So that was that. That was Donna Serafina talking to Sweetie Palo. But yeah, so I just wanted y'all to hear that again. I'm sorry I couldn't play it. I don't know why. Every time that I sent it through the email and tried to, was going to play it like that or download it or whatever, it would go to a different dang, I don't know what the deal was with that. That didn't make no sense. But anyway, that was the quickest way I knew how to do it. So I don't know. So I don't know. But so we have, in my opinion, Terry Bowersox. He's also very out of control, in my opinion. He's very out of control. And to me, he seems like he needs anger management classes, right? All that stepside of the family, in my opinion, no fault of Sebastian at all, and no choice of Sebastian at all. They all seemingly need anger management classes, and they all are evil, in my opinion. That's just me. And yes, you're right, Julie. They all seem to be worried. The whole family allegedly ganged up on Nina with her children there. In the car. I understand it was Melissa, but they even told Chris to put the truck in reverse and run over her with the children in the car. You even just heard it there a couple of times. And don't forget, do not forget, do not let it leave your head that Katie May went with Chris to pick up Faith at the airport, or with the family to get Faith, and was laughing and, had Faith in her arms allegedly and taking photos or whatever. The whole while Nina was crying. And all she was trying to do was impress Chris and that family. Yes, so Katie was part of it. And you have to think about how traumatizing that had to be for the kids. And that's not something that these kids will soon forget. Believe you me, when they get older, they're always going to remember that. They'll always remember that. And if you think these kids will forget it and forget these moments, oh, you're sadly mistaken. Yes, she does fit in well with them, don't she? She sure does. Welcome, Teresa. Thank you for being here. As of today, Saturday, April 19th, 2025, there's so many children missing in the state of Tennessee alone. And the statistics can change frequently. So the numbers, they come from many resources. I mean, they come from the TBI, the East Valley Crime Stoppers, because there they also have the juveniles, the runaways and all that stuff, but they all collaborate. They have the National Missing and Exploited Children, but they don't do their numbers daily. They don't update daily. But I can tell you on monthly, about 500 to 600 on that's just average, and the numbers can change. children are reported missing in Tennessee alone per month. That's way too many. That is way too many. And again, that's just an average. Those numbers can change. But it's also important to realize that it does include runaways and parental abductions. And please understand that most of those are not, and I say they are not, stranger abductions. So you need to know that the recovery rate, though, let me repeat that, the recovery rate is very high. TBI usually publishes a monthly report on these missing kids, and the recovery rate in the states, like the media, the schools, LE, the government officials, and so on. So why can't Sebastian be found? That's the question. Why can't Sebastian be found? Why is he so hard to find? I feel someone went to great lengths, and that's just me, but I feel like somebody went to great lengths because he didn't walk out of that house, in my opinion, by himself. I've said it over and over again, but I feel like somebody went to great lengths to make sure that he can't be found, at least not now, without them searching and very hard work. Do I feel like he will be found? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. I hope so. Every day that passes, though, is not good. And it's been 14 months. But with Sebastian, there's been no confirmed sightings, despite extensive search efforts. Extensive search efforts by law enforcement, by volunteers, by people on horseback, drones, ATVs, helicopters, search dogs, people going door to door, ponds being drained, caves being searched. They did boats, flyers. They pulled out all the stops. Military came in. Nothing. No confirmed sightings of Sebastian since he went missing February 25th, 2024. There has been a lack of any concrete leads. At least any that law has come out and told anyone about or cared to share with anyone. Now, are they holding anything close to the vest? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think they're holding a lot close to the vest that they're not going to tell us. But they haven't shared anything. They're very tight-lipped. But they haven't come out and told the public anything or cared to share anything. Sumner County Sheriff's Office and TBI have followed up, though, on many, many leads, as well as Seth Rogers. And I don't care who likes it, at night. No leads has led anywhere, good or bad. None that we're aware of. Certainly not to Sebastian's whereabouts. And that's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Where is Sebastian? Sebastian left zero evidence behind. And anyone who may be responsible did not leave any evidence behind not to be found. Or if they did, Ellie didn't use the tools to find it. And if they found something on, let's say, phones or computers or anything like that, they're holding that close to the vest. But as far as we know, it was said, but only out of the Proudfoots, which they have lied so many times, they didn't do luminol, they didn't do fingerprints, they didn't do any of that stuff. You can't really, well, you can say they dropped the ball, and I guess they did in a way. But they were led to believe by who? By the mother and the stepfather, who controlled the whole narrative from the phone call that he did, from a three-way phone call from Memphis with the mother on mute, who was there, who should have actually been making the damn phone call by herself, 911, not a direct number from him dialing straight from Memphis. Was led to believe that Sebastian was a runaway. And at the time, Ellie had no reason to believe otherwise. His shoes was said to be left at home, although Craddock, later it was discovered that Craddock said, and I had to find that tape again, it's on one of my lives, and Rich and Ruby put it out. That's where I found it at. Said, I forgot his exact words now, but he wasn't sure if that was the truth, if he had shoes on or not, and wasn't even sure what he was wearing. So it changed my whole outlook on Craddock. And that was early on, but I just heard that tape recently and changed my whole outlook about Craddock a little bit. So, in other words, what he said was early on, and I guess we all missed it, was he didn't believe a damn thing Katie and Chris was trying to sell. They said all of his shoes was left at home, and, nobody's shoes in that house was missing. They said he left barefoot, although he never even went swimming in the swimming pool without some type of swim shoes on, because of an incident he had, long ago, stepping on some fire ants and stuff like that when he was little. Plus, he's autistic, he has sensory problems, and, that just kind of done an end for him. And that's understandable. So why would he go out in the middle of the night, as cold as it was? May not have been freezing to y'all, but, it was probably cold to him, and didn't have any shoes on. And in the dark, not knowing if he was going to step on ants or bugs or mud or, has this sensory problem and everything else, he wouldn't have got far. Plus, he was not on video camera or anything. So, yeah, there was 3 sets of footwear at the front door per set. And that doesn't mean that they couldn't have bought him another pair I will always, unless it's proven to me different, I know all the creators don't believe this, but we are adults and we can agree to disagree no matter how close we are or whatever. I believe this is pre-planned. I believe it was pre-planned. The only thing that's going to make it worse is if it was pre-planned and he's not alive. To me, that's the only bad thing that's going to make it worse than it already is. I don't know how it could get any worse than this, but I guess if it's pre-planned, and he's not alive, then that's going to be really, really, really horrible. It's already horrible enough. But I think it was pre-planned myself. That's just me. And I'm not changing my mind about it. That's just me. But he didn't take his cell phone. He didn't take any money. He didn't take any clothes. He didn't take a coat. He didn't take any ID. He didn't take a wallet. He didn't take anything. He left everything behind. Everything. Everything. He didn't even take no snacks. He didn't take no snacks with him. How was he going to eat? He didn't leave a letter. He didn't tell anybody he was going. He didn't tell anybody goodbye. And all the doors was locked. Who in the hell runs away and worries about if a damn door's locked behind them? I'm sorry. Come on now. Come on. How could he even survive? Nowhere on video cameras. Nowhere. Even though they tried to push that out, and you will hear in the latest news interview, they tried to push that shit out, even though LE come out and debunked and told the private investigator, told the public and debunked that was not Sebastian, and it had nothing to do with the Sebastian Rogers case. The mother and stepfather still, in spite of what the law enforcement said, because you said you would not believe nothing unless law enforcement said it. But law enforcement debunked that and said it, and still went on the news to be a bald-faced liar and blatantly told that lie and pushed the narrative that they thought that was Sebastian. What? I mean, that is just the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. And y'all don't understand why the father's mad. Y'all ain't right. The ones believing that just ain't right. Now, I will say, LE did say there is no proof of foul play, but they also said they have not ruled it out. They have not named any suspects, but they have not ruled anyone out. Even Seth knows he's still on that list. They don't rule anyone out in Tennessee. We do know it's a criminal case. We know it's a criminal case. Criminal, not criminal, nobody gives a damn about that either, except for the fact that there was an email from Brandon Carter, and that was a real email, but it don't matter. Nobody gives a damn if it's a criminal or not criminal. It's still an investigation. They are investigating it, and an investigation, is all we need to worry about. An investigation, if it's being investigated, somebody can still go to jail. Get a grip. Get a grip. Live up in the real world, honey. I do too, Sarah. So, none of that matters. All that's bullshit and just distraction. CJ got a letter too. It says, Make up your own mind. Ellie says, make up your own mind. Yep. So, let's see. Oh, yeah. That's on my intro. Not tonight. I didn't play the intro. But it said, that's on my intro. Hell, they said it early on, but then drew it back. I mean, for the love of God, Oh, I do too, Tammy T. I really do, because that's awful. I do too. And I hope Nina got a hold of it and took it to whoever she needs to take it to as well. I really do. Because none of it was okay. None of it. But also, FBI is offering a $50,000 reward. And yes, Dog the Bounty Hunter is also offering a reward. And that reward still stands. Why? It's $337,000, which makes both rewards of $447,000 put together. Why? That the stepfather and the mother wants to deny that reward, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't give a damn if it was my child or my stepchild or my cousin or my granny or my great granny. If it was going to get attention, I wouldn't be bothered with telling somebody it was a lie, because frankly, I wouldn't give a damn, my dear. Or frankly, my dear, I wouldn't give a damn. I would just want the information out there, period. Because I'm going to tell you something. If they didn't pay up, stipulations or not, if they didn't pay up, if somebody came forward or whatever, they would have to pay it, because they could take them. First of all, it would ruin everything they ever had, but they could take everything. They would be made to pay it. You wouldn't need to worry about that. Again, y'all are worrying about stuff that has nothing to do with you or about you. That's right. It would be a blessing. Do you know how many missing people or families out there with missing people would be so grateful just to have the coverage? Just to have the coverage, let alone the reward, let alone everything. Like, people don't get with missing kids. They just don't. They don't have the luxury of having the military come in. They don't have that. Not in the damn real world, they don't. And I'm not trying to sound cruel, but everything that Sebastian's gotten, families don't have that. And every step of the way, it seems like that the stepfather and the mother has just been so nonchalant and unfucking grateful, if you want to know the truth about it. Them two. Oh, well, life must go on. Well, let's leave town a fucking week early. I have to go with my husband when he goes to work, she told Nancy Grace. No, the hell you don't. You can set your ass at home. What has that got to do with anything? Not a hill of beans. Nothing. Nothing. Nada. whether you had something to do with anything or not. Sit at home. What if your baby comes home? Oh, what? You know he's not coming back? Oh, yeah. Well, then maybe you should go on your merry way then. Mama Risa, thank you. Thank you. Yep, I agree. Planned all the way. I agree. Thank you. I agree. Let me look up here. I think I missed some. See, I got baby kisses earlier. Thank you, ma'am. Jen in Georgia, member for 4 months. Kiki, true crime. People been trying me all day. I'm going to have a good Easter. Dang it. You better have a good Easter, girl. I hope you do. Oh, my goodness. And Yaya, missing in Tennessee, member for 13 months. Woo, woo, woo. Yay, yay, yay. Love you, love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let's see. Yep, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna put you back up there. Because yeah. I believe it was, I agree with you totally. I agree. I think it was planned. I most certainly do. I most certainly absolutely do. And we won't know until we know, but it's a shame to say that's just the way it's looking. And I don't know, why is it a problem to acknowledge the reward? I don't get it. And now they want the billboards taken down. It may be the principle of what it says, but okay, so that rattles your nerves. It wouldn't rattle anybody else's if they didn't have a guilty conscience, in my opinion, but that's just me. Now, I want to talk about something else. I want to touch on this because this is getting on my damn nerves. This is really getting on my nerves. Furthermore, I am sick of hearing about these CPS reports, only because this is what I'm sick of. I'm sick of hearing about people's got them, people's going to put them out, XYZ saw them, yada, yada, yada. Okay? First of all, let me explain something to y'all. Okay? I'm going to explain this to you. Hold on a minute. Oh, let me get back over here where I can see. Okay, I was on the wrong thing. Okay, so let me explain something to y'all about this. And I hope I don't never have to bring this up again. These CPS reports, okay? Let me explain something to you. I don't know who's seen them or who's not seen them or who has them or who don't have them or who stole them or who didn't steal them. Hey, in Sherry's opinion, you did? Okay, I'll look at it. Yay, I'm glad you did. Yeah, yes, exactly, Mohawk, exactly. So, but I'm just going to tell you my little 2 cents on this because I've never spoke on this, but I'm going to. I don't care who stole them. I don't care who saw them. I don't care who passed them around or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you this, and I don't care if they're fake, if they're true, if they're whatever. But I'm going to tell you this. I know Seth has his. He got an attorney to get his, okay? But I'm going to tell you, and you can take this to the bank. If you got them, I don't care how you got them, you could compromise an ongoing investigation by law enforcement. Surely to God, you know that. And or an ongoing investigation by the welfare agency. And because Sebastian is gone, don't mean there is not an ongoing investigation by the welfare agency. Okay? They may be working with or with the police department or waiting until this is resolved, okay? Or in conjunction with, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But, and trust and believe the welfare agency is still involved. That's what I'm trying to say. They're involved now more than ever, in my opinion. But because it might reveal sensitive information, no, there ain't no might about it, because it reveals sensitive information that could hinder, okay, listen to me, hinder their ability to gather evidence or interview individuals effectively, or it could cause harm, any harm whatsoever, by sharing such reports. And sharing such reports could lead to harsh and significant damage, okay, for the individuals and families named in them. And I'm talking about all parties, okay? Now, and that means anybody interviewed, that means teachers, that means all families, just what I said, okay? Anybody named in them, okay? And their findings. Okay, you're messing with investigations. It could have a long-term effect on their lives. Not that you give a damn, people, but I'm just telling you. The information in CPS reports are highly sensitive. I don't think y'all understand that. And I don't mean y'all in my chat. It can be very traumatic. It can be traumatic if you share such details with people. It can cause a lot of emotional distress to people involved, including Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, should he ever see or hear this. Should he ever come back. Especially that. You know, sometimes like you go to a doctor and you think you're a freaking doctor and you look at a chart and it says SOB. Well, that means shortness of breath. It don't mean son of a bitch. It don't mean the doctor's calling you a son of a bitch. I'm just telling you, it means shortness of breath. You know, kind of like those little things. Because you don't know everything that's wrote down or shortened or whatever is in their little world over there at CPS. Also, any rumors or misinformation or speculation or anything that's misrepresented or even taken out of context leading to the spread of misinformation, Lord knows, nothing can get spread over here, could it? About anything could further complicate this case right here, as well as cause additional pain for the family. Patty, are you talking to me? Oh, are y'all talking about what's her name? Because Sebastian is a victim and he is missing, and this is an ongoing investigation. Any information regarding or relating to all of this, to the CPS records, or any involvement is considered highly sensitive information. It's not something you want to play with. You don't want to play with it. You don't want to joke around with it. It's not a game. Everybody on here seems to think everything is a game. It's not a game. You definitely could go to prison. And I said prison, not jail. You could go to prison over this. So ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. You need to take care of your own self. I don't know, Val. But I know that people need to quit threatening around with them and quit playing around with them and quit talking about who's got them and who's going to put them out and who this and who that. Oh, well, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and try your luck. That's what you really want to do. I would not suggest it. Go ahead, though. I don't know. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. Uh-oh, hold on. I sent link to it, Night Creator bragging they had them allegedly. Sure hope Summer County goes after them. Well, if they do, let them. I feel like when this is all over with, I mean all of it. I know LE don't have time right now, but when this is all over with, I feel like, you know, there may be other arrests outside of, you know, whoever harmed Sebastian, because this has gotten way out of hand. Defending Silence said, is it not old news that JLR say shit about Tony when over a year ago? Listen, nobody cares about whatever, because at the end of the day, I don't have a clue what she's over there doing, but I've seen a couple things in chat. If she's still going on over there or not, nobody cares. Y'all can make up your mind at the end of the day. I would like to hope to think that you are all adults, just like me. Nobody's going to tell me who to like, who not to like. I can make my own decisions. I don't have to go on because somebody is friends with somebody. Do I like them? Because somebody hates somebody, do I hate them? I go on my own judgment. That's what I go on. I go on my gut feeling. I met Tony in person. I was around Tony. You know, I didn't see anything but a good human being. And Seth was comfortable around him. Seth was happy. Why should I give a damn? Why should I care, honestly? Do they pay any of your bills? Do you pay any of theirs? You know, what difference does it make? At the end of the day, seriously, what difference does it make? It don't make no difference to me. They don't feed me and I don't feed them. How about that? You know? Why does everybody have to worry about what everybody else is doing? I don't get it. You know? I'm going to like who I like regardless. I'm going to dislike who I dislike regardless. Baby Kisses is not going to make up my mind for me. Millie's not going to make up my mind for me. You know? Millie goes and mods for whoever she wants to do. And there's places she goes that I don't like and can't fucking stand. I'm going to be honest with you. But she makes up her own mind. She's a grown-ass woman. And Millie always will be here unless she walks away. I will never take her wrench. Ever, 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 ever. She'll be the last one standing. And we don't agree on everything. But we're adults. And I'm just using Millie for... I guess I just see Millie right now. I adore Millie too. But I could get a hair up my ass and feel like going in clues right now. I'm just saying I'm using that for an excuse. Or a whatever. Do you think Millie's going to come to me and say something about that? No. No. I have been in plenty of people's chats. As a matter of fact, nobody likes. But don't nobody tell me where to go. And I don't go to start no shit either. Don't start none, won't be none. I am just who I am. You know? And all of us old gang, we pretty much respect each other for that. Susie Little, Susie's been around a long time. Susie knows that. I don't get to see Susie a lot because we come on different times. But there's a lot of people that know me way back in the day. Smiley's just Smiley. Smiley does what the hell she wants. And I'm not going to change for nobody. And I just come in at the right time. No, I think you missed the first part of it, girlie. Oh, thank you, baby kisses. Yes, you do know about me, honey. I just believe it's right is right. And, you know, stand up for something you believe in. Oh, and I love you too, Susie. This is the real world, not a TV show, people. That's right. Grow up. Grow up. Stay where you are, Smiley. You're on the high road. Like I said before, you're smart and classy. Thank you. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to, I don't really want to, I don't want to be in all the drama. I don't want to do all that. I don't care about all that. I don't care about I don't care about the money. I don't care about the drama. I know drama makes money, obviously. I don't care about all that. I never have. I just want to do me. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. But right is right. If I see something wrong, I will call it out. But just, stop doing this on these kids. That means Sebastian. That means any of them. Just do the right thing. We just went over this yesterday. I even congratulated the other side. I'm like, well, but do something good. Get a fresh start. Do something good. And I meant that. It's never too late. It's not. And then here today, we get this bullshit. Honestly, how are you going to drag a man and really a bankruptcy from years ago that their deceased child brought them to? Are you kidding me right now? That's sad. And the problem is, well, I know I don't hold that against nobody. And most of us don't even care. We feel more sorry now that we found out for the man and his wife that he lost a child and now he's being drugged through this shit. Really? It is. It's like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's ridiculous. Just be a better person. Just be a better person. We all make mistakes. None of us is perfect. Not me, not you. Right, and stuff like that kind of stuff, it is inhumane. And it's not right. It's sad. In the meantime, Sebastian is the one that's missing. He's lost. We should all focus on Sebastian. Where is Sebastian? Why can't he be found? I don't know, y'all. I know it's time that he was found. I think he would enjoy Easter if he was here. And I think it would be a miracle if he was found this weekend. I do too. I pray every day he's found. Just keep his name and face out there. And just think what everybody's going through. I mean, it's like everybody else just don't have no feelings. They don't have no whatever. Maybe y'all should get some. Maybe that's what everybody should work on. Yeah, and Sebastian has to be found regardless. He needs to be found, period. We just want this over. And we want it over for his family. All of his family. Everybody. He deserves to be found. But we want it over for nobody no more than Sebastian. Sebastian, either way, needs to be found. Either way. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Always. He's in mind day and night. yeah, it's exhausting. And keep anybody who has any evil thoughts in your prayers, that the devil gets away from them. And Lord, these streets are rough. You got to have thick skin. They're rough. And if you're new in this and you might want to rethink it, but if you're really in it for the right reasons, just got to have thick skin. I don't know. But anyway, y'all stay safe. And if you know anything about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please, if you come into this chat, if you're new to this chat, if you happen up on this and you recognize this name, you look him up. If anything's familiar to you, he needs to get home. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Call any FBI agent. Call Sumner County, 615-451-3838. Keep his name and his face out there, and, just do what you can. Don't give up. Have faith. Thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I couldn't sleep, but maybe now I can lay down. Y'all have a great night, and thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.